What? Not again, Satan. Not again. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode here on the Nerdcraft server. It is me, Frost, and we are going to have a great amount of fun today. As you can definitely tell, a lot has changed around here on the island, and I'll get to all that, but first, we got to talk about this. Satan. I know you didn't just multiply, and I know you didn't because I'm pretty sure those two sheep aren't name tagged. And that can mean only one thing. It was Palmflower. Well, we can deal with that later and pay her back in kind. I actually spoke to her after I discovered these guys, and I asked her, and she said, yep, her and our newest member of the server, whose name is Goldblade, took 3 hours just to get these two sheep here and tie them. So we'll pay her back in kind at some point. But we've got a lot to do today. I'm going to talk you through the changes, and then we can get to today's main plan. So the first thing is obviously these cows. They have moved from up there to down here. And they have a nice green pasture to live in, and all is well. The other change, obviously, is Satan and Frank, who is a cow that spawned in Satan's pen, so therefore got to stay with Satan because they're best buddies. They live in this pen, but there used to be grass in here, but I guess Satan and his new buddies ate it all. I found a piece of bamboo while exploring a sunken ship, and so now we have a prospering bamboo farm. And over here, we have ourselves a basic cactus farm. It's not very efficient, it's not very quick, but it got me all the cactus I needed for now, and I really don't need that much. So it'll be fine. Now, these are all temporary farms. They will move eventually, but for now, they'll stay here. The other big thing that's changed is my base, or hovel, the little place where I was living. All my storage is moved. My enchanting setup is gone. It's all over here now because I have set out a template for the base of the tower. That's right, we're going to start this tower today, and oh my word, it's going to be glorious. Now, to that end, I have been very, very busy. I have spent probably a good 6-7 hours collecting all the resources we're going to need for today, and hopefully longer. So we've got all our bone blocks. That took the longest, by the way. All the spruce, all the dark oak, all the cyan terracotta, all the smooth sandstone, and a bunch of bits and bobs that I just got exploring. So, you know, spruce slabs, dark oak stairs, we're going to need that kind of stuff. And I thought maybe we'd incorporate a bell, and the bamboo for sure we will incorporate via, you know, gardening and whatnot. The other thing you might have noticed is that my tools now have mending on it. I went back to the mining mesa to get a couple resources like some cacti. Didn't quite have enough coming out of the farm, so I just went and got some. And when I was over there, I went back to that village I might have borrowed an orange bed from and found a librarian, and he had a mending trade. So I just traded with him with the few emeralds that I have. I currently only have one left, and managed to get some mending books, which is great. The other thing that happened is I found a Silk Touch book while exploring, so Frederick is now complete. And I also made a fortune pickaxe for when that becomes necessary. So if I find diamonds now, I can actually get more. And I also went on a little bit of a mining trip, got some more iron and a little bit of gold. Mostly coal, though. I really needed coal to fuel the furnaces. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to build up this tower. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is get started with laying down some terracotta and sort of build out the base. I've got to replace all this cobblestone with terracotta, and maybe I'll build up that sort of the base that we saw in my creative world. Now, I know it's been a while since I showed you all the design, so I'm just going to go over it one more time. We're back in the creative test world, as you may or may not be able to tell. We're going to need some andesite, which I've got aplenty, and we're going to need some terracotta, and this is why I got the smooth sandstone, so that we can build the walkway. And then we're going to need a bunch of dark oak, bone blocks, and spruce stairs and slabs. Not stairs, sorry. Fences and slabs. So yeah, I think everything will work out. I have all the basic blocks to build at least the bottom layer. And we're not just going to build the front. We're going to actually build it all the way around, unlike I did here. So now that we've got a good look at it again, I'm going to go lay some blocks down on the server and bring you all back in when I'm done. Well, looks like we've made some progress because, well, we have. And I built up the walls 3 high. You know, next comes the trim of andesite stairs around. On the inside, though, I am not going to do that because that, I believe, gets some spruce plankage up in there. Because up on the level equal to these torches, which are currently just marked in the middle of the tower, which will be the entranceway, and it'll be grand and awesome. There's going to be a stairway and all that. But at this level, there's going to be smooth sandstone around the edge, forming that sort of base, as you might remember. And on the inside, well, I haven't actually decided what the inside looks like yet. But we'll get there when we get there. Oh, yeah, and I also removed this hill that was here because I don't want my tower to have an obstructed view of its surroundings because, well, that's just the way I am. So we're going to have to do a lot of terraforming, not least of which underneath the tower. But, yeah, I'm going to join back up with you guys as soon as I've done basically the base layer, gotten in the sandstone and the stairs and all that goodness. So give me another, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'll be back. Yes. Nothing quite like having finished the base of your tower to put you in a good mood. Except for the fact that now I gotta build, you know, the tower part. The part that goes up. And I still don't know what I'm gonna do for the inside floor, but I better decide quick. But I feel like I definitely have enough resources to build the walls. And speaking of resources, I'm really bad at the resource game because I barely used any sandstone, and I only used a third of my terracotta, so we'll have that for future projects, because I feel like this build palette's going to remain throughout the entirety of this sort of empire that I guess I'll build. We'll call it that. But I still have all the woods, I should say, and the stonecutter is actually your best friend, so all of these stairs have to be made out of andesite. Now, using the traditional recipe, you only get 4. I can show you right here. So if you were to click this, you only get 4 for 6. However, using the stonecutter, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So you get exactly 1 stair per 1 block, which is so much more of a savings. So if you're ever doing something with a large amount of stairs, definitely use the stonecutter. Give me a moment to sort of finalize my thoughts, and then I'll bring you back in when I have some sort of framework done of the walls. And we're back, and I haven't built a wall yet, but I did put in the floor. I did a little bit of a quick research looking at the insides of traditional Japanese buildings, and a lot of them had tatami mats, and I haven't really figured out how to make that in Minecraft. I'm sure some of you awesome people down in the comments below will tell me, and I'll feel silly for not knowing. But given the circumstance, I also found a lot of them had wooden interiors. Now, I didn't want to go with a spruce or a dark oak because there's already going to be a lot of that in the build. So I went with an oak interior. It looks really, really bland at the moment, but as I start putting stuff inside the tower, and once the walls go up, I think it'll look a whole lot better. Now, with that said, I better actually build these walls now, shouldn't I? So it is the next day in real life, and as you all can probably tell, I got carried away again, and I built more than just the wall. I even built the roof for the first floor. Now, I really had fun and just kind of got into a rhythm and ended up just kind of finishing the first floor, and it's not really finished because, of course, it's not. There's no second, third, fourth, fifth floors and all that, and there's nothing going on in here except for the resources I moved from the bottom to the center of the floor here. But we have all the lanterns in place, including the ones up at the top of the roof. And this goes all the way around. And I am just so happy with it. I especially love that I removed the mountain because this view is really incredible. As soon as I terraform this area and maybe put something down there, remove some of the mushrooms, I think it's going to look fantastic. But anyway, I think that I want to keep going on this tower. I was originally only going to do 1 floor in this episode, but I think we could get at least the start of the second floor done And also, we gotta pay Palmflower back. We gotta teach her a lesson about, pranking us, don't we now? So as I scaffold on up to the next floor, why don't we go ahead and roll a time lapse of me building up this second floor. Well, would you look at that marvelous view? Oh, I am so pleased with how the second floor came out so far. Now, obviously, it's not totally done yet because we still have another couple floors to go. But man, I'm super excited to build an interior and sort of get it so that I can move into at least the first two stages of this building. Oh, I am so pleased with how it came out. So here we are in fly mode, and we're just going to take a look around, just showing you every little detail of the tower thus far. I am, again, so very, very pleased with how it's turned out. Just the lanterns make a really nice touch. The fences, the spruce, and the dark oak. Oh, it's just a great combination. And looking down from inside, it's actually kind of interesting as well. I don't know how I'm going to do the interior up here. Or down here for that matter, but I am just over the moon with how awesome this build is turning out to be so far. Now, I'm tempted to continue to build more, but there's a little bit of unfinished business we have to do, and that's prank Palmflower back. And don't you think that I'm going to let it slide. No, I'm going to do something devious, but obviously not hurt her property anyway, because she just brought me some sheep. So I've got a great idea as to how I'm going to prank her. So let me gather a few supplies and then we'll make our way over to her island. So here we are at Palmflower's island. And I'm going to leave her a gift, but it's not going to be as simple as it seems. So as you all know, I left her a Barrel of Friendship before. And I'm going to leave her the Barrel of Friendship Mark II. Give me a moment and I'll explain exactly what I'm doing. So here is the basic idea. I've got a barrel here, and underneath that is an observer. So when she opens the barrel, there's a flash of redstone. It sends a signal. And I'm going to use that to my advantage to light off some TNT. Now don't worry, I'm not actually going to blow anything up. I'm going to have it sitting in water so that when it goes boom, it doesn't actually destroy anything. So that it just scares her a little bit, but it doesn't cause any real damage. So let me set that up and we'll give it a test together. And then we'll set it up and leave it for real. Alright, so same setup as before. All we gotta do is add a block here. Add a piece of redstone dust there. Open the barrel. Oh no! TNT! Run away! But no damage is done, and that is the important part. So I'm gonna set up the barrel now, then I'm gonna prime it, and then we're gonna run away. So here it is. The Barrel of Friendship V2. Basically, inside is a bunch of iron gear that I know she needs right now because she keeps dying and losing all her stuff. So I figured I'd give her some iron gear that I had laying around, and it'll help her a lot because she's got a big project coming up. But it's also going to scare her, hopefully. So yeah, as you can see, I haven't really set it up again, or otherwise that That would have gone boom. So let us set it, forget it, and then run away. Because I don't want to be here when I go boom. Because then she'll know it was me. Not that she won't know it was me anyway. But you get the idea. And it's like nothing ever happened. Oh, yeah. Anyway, the only regret I have is that I won't be able to see her reaction when she opens it. Ah, home sweet home. And unfortunately, because we're home, it does signify the end of the episode. And I really appreciate you watching the episode today. I had a whole lot of fun making it, put a whole lot of time and effort into it. So if you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. It helps me out a whole bunch. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. See ya! Okay, I know I just ended the episode, but look who I found. Wait right here. Well, aren't you just funny?